Yes, family, blessed love. Oh, it's wonderful that you are here with us again. This is the Tiger's Nest, of course. Honorable Priest Isaac here with you. We're glorifying Emperor Haile Selassie first. Give thanks to the Father. Give thanks to the Mother of creation. Give thanks to the Mother with us, the Spirit of Menen. It's a joy. We're here to highlight even the upcoming lectures that we have for you. Of course, we have the Mystery of the Ark coming up. That will be definitely an online presentation. But before we touch upon that, we are speaking of Rastafari and the pyramids. And this will be a very special YouTube lecture presentation. And that is this Monday, at least depending on when you're seeing this video. Monday, the 31st of May, a very special day, 2021, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is also the same for Eastern Caribbean time. And of course, the venue will be Priest Isaac YouTube channel. So definitely that's the time that the video will be available, and it will be a YouTube lecture presentation. I'm telling you, very similar to our online lecture presentation. So let me just make it clear, this is going to be a lengthy presentation. Of course, as I said, the mystery of the ark, that will be an online lecture for sure. These online lectures run for 2 hours. And those who find the value in them, obviously, um, I think we would have overspelled the Wednesday there. Those who find the value in them, they make sure that they come in and sit in, and it's 2 hours worth of information, solid vibration, because we put it together as such, as if we're presenting a university class lecture, and you may have a quiz after, to show that you understand everything that has been said. No, we don't give a quiz. I'm just showing you the levels that our online lectures come forward to you as. So the same thing for our presentation on Monday the 31st. So this is Monday the 31st of May. That's Rastafari and the pyramids. And then in 2 days after, Wednesday the 2nd of June, we have the mystery of the ark. Two dynamic lectures and subjects that will be related to each other. And I'm telling you, my family, we're going into deep, deep academics when it comes to both subject areas. So trust me, you cannot just sit back and believe, okay, well, the Ark of the Covenant, yeah, Moses and the two tablets, or the Ark is in Ethiopia right now, and Indiana Jones tried to find the Ark, and many different things. All of that is good. But I think that's the surface that ones have been talking about for a long time. We got to put this on another level and kind of break it down and build it back up. So remember, as far as the mystery of the ark lecture, you can definitely register today for this event. And of course, you could email us, priestisaac27 at gmail.com. That's priestisaac27 at gmail.com. And of course, your payments can be made using the Cash App, and the Cash App information is Aton Ra 2723. And of course, as always, the information for the Cash App is in the description below, or at least the link for the Cash App. The information is right there. The link for the Cash App is below in the description. 7 p.m. sharp, man. That's Wednesday, the 2nd of June. We will be there. Okay, but now, giving a little forward look, introduction as such to Rastafari and the pyramids. And that is Monday now, the 31st of May, not too long from now, far from now as such. I want may ask, so what does Rastafari, what does Haile Selassie the first, or anything that has to do therewith, have to do with the pyramids? I mean, the pyramids of Egypt you're talking about. Well, as I said, we intend to take it on another level for sure, because yes, we are speaking of the pyramids of Kemet, the pyramids of Giza specifically, but Kemet and pyramids in general, plus ancient artifacts and monuments and the alignments of the heavens with these same monuments and how it relates and correlates with Emperor Haile Selassie I as far as date and space and time. This is some serious stuff. How it relates to the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards as it relates to date and space and time. And I mean, we'll be breaking this down. This is Monday for sure. And of course, you see the tiger already there. So it's the black tiger in flesh. But again, yes, family, we will be highlighting the three pyramids that we all know of, the pyramids that belong to Khufu and Menkaure and Khufu, Menkaure, and who is the third person there? Oh no, Menkaure is the third person. Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. All right. So the three pyramids. Now, even if you look at this picture, this alone is a science within itself. The pyramids from a distance, the one in the center always appears as if it's taller than even the Great Pyramid. And that's basically because it's on a higher plateau. You know, the pyramids are like mountains. Even if you've never visited the pyramids family, once you are in a country that has mountains and you understand what it is to trod through the mountains and go through valleys and hills, and even if you haven't trod through mountains, just driving on highways to different spots and observing big mountains that even appear as if they're not moving. And even if you haven't gone that far, just playing a video game, a car racing video game, you will notice the mountain in the background. It never really moves because it's so far away, but it's so big that it looks like it's right there. It's basically the same thing with the pyramids. So even from this angle, it looks as if, like one is just behind the other, and which they are, but they're so far away from each other and they're so big. Even the smallest one is so big. So you could imagine, pardon me, the biggest one is so big. Now we highlight the Pyramid of Giza a lot, the bigger one, and speak a lot of its construction and how it's designed to align with the cosmic and the pole stars, and not just the pole stars, but the polar celestial area, the celestial pole, specifically of the heavens, the shaft that is just like when you make a hole with your finger and your thumb. That shaft runs through this magnificent monument. And when we say magnificent, we're talking about the largest structure on the planet as far as a building made from stone. We're talking about at least 2.5 million blocks. And these blocks are weighing between 10 to 100 tons each, just giving an idea of the whole makeup of the pyramid. At the same time, we're speaking of a structure that has been designed to align perfectly with the cardinal points of the earth, being east, west, north, south, again, still perfectly aligned to magnetic north, and at the same time, perfectly aligned to celestial north. At the same time, it is still the perfect curvature of the earth as it relates to the side of the pyramid, meaning that if you study that science and astroarchaeology, you would understand that the pyramid, the side of the pyramid, has a specific curvature that's equal to the average curvature of the earth. That is how it's made up. Remember, the pyramid is riddled with pie, not custard pie and apple pie. I'm talking about mathematics here. It's riddled with the mathematical equation known as pi, and also epsilon and the number phi, and these different mathematical expressions within the makeup of the pyramid. So when you speak of mathematicians like Pythagoras and these ones with their theorem, and even Mr. Fibonacci with his, his pretty little spiral there. This is the creational number. The creational number of 3 is the 3 pyramids. And that is why, even one of the reasons why you see the Pyramid of Menkaure just a bit off from the other 2 pyramids as it begins the curve that creates the golden spiral, which they refer to as the Fibonacci series of numbers. When you actually look at it, that's why you observe the petals of the flowers and the rose, etc. So I'm just kind of giving you a little idea of where we're going when we come together on Monday, before we go into the depths of it. That is why, as I said, it's going to be a lengthy program. This is just a short presentation for those who prefer the short presentations. But for those who really want to get into the real detail of the subject area, as I said, we are speaking of Monday, talking about the 31st of May, right here on YouTube, right here on the YouTube platform. We will share it on the Facebook platform. The link will be there on the Instagram platform as well, Institute of Holistic Knowledge. That's how we do it, for real. So this is something to bring the whole family together. So we're actually giving you a heads up. So you're not going to say, oh, well, a new video is up. No, you are expecting this now. So by 7 p.m., Monday 31st, not necessarily premiering, not necessarily live, but it will be available by the 31st of May, 2021, 7 p.m., detailed lecture in depth. And of course, as I said, just 2 days after, we're talking about the mystery of the ark. So with an understanding now of the pyramid, you cannot leave out Harem Aket as well, known as the Sphinx, which really means monster. And again, you're looking at the head of the man. Some say it's a woman, man, woman, depending on your outlook, and the body of the lion. And it stands in front of the Pyramid of Khafre. Now, the Pyramid of Khafre is also a very large pyramid. Look at these people looking like ants down there, as if, like, look at that, like some little things blowing in the wind. And that's not the biggest of the pyramid. But again, interesting, eh? It appears as if from almost any angle that that's the Great Pyramid because of how it's situated. So remember, those who built this Great Pyramid, they obviously, or pyramid, the whole pyramid structure, just the whole understanding of the ancient archaeological world. We are dealing with high scientists, those who had clear understanding of the geometry of the earth and the apparent geometry of the heavens, without a doubt. You cannot build a structure with 2.5 million blocks, weighing almost 100 tons. The biggest thing ever made, really, to be honest, just big, no joke. And then still drill some little shaft and align them with the most complex movements of the astronomical clock, unless you are some super genius and still a good builder too. So everything is not just the mind. You have to definitely know how to craft it. And you build 3 of them, not 3 of them, they're all over the world. But this one, the Great Pyramid specifically, stands out, aligning with the Orion constellation, aligning with the star known as Sirius, which is a double star, binary star system there. And again, aligning with Thuban and still aligning with Polaris, and soon will align with Cephas. Why? Because it aligns with the northern celestial pole. We're talking about the Great Pyramid of Giza. So what we will do when we come on Monday, we will be going through a little astronomical academics, It will be very important. If we really gonna suck the juice out of this sauce up here, we have to really know where we're coming from, how to align the whole aspect of the astronomical clock. And of course, we have to get into the history of the emperor, Rastafari, whatever it is, so we could balance off how it links together. Because this is what the 19th Psalms says, eh? The heavens declare the glory of God, the firmament showeth his handiwork. So day unto day utter its speech, night unto night show it knowledge. It's the heaven. Now this is Stonehenge in uh, in Salisbury. Now this is in England, and of course it looks. You could see the setting of the sun there. And the way that Stonehenge is designed, there's a northeast axis running into a southwest axis. So the solstices has a highlight specifically on Stonehenge, the rising of the rising of the summer solstice and the setting of the winter solstice is strongly highlighted in Stonehenge the way that it has been designed. Again, all of that has to do with the understanding of the altitude and the movements of stars and the key star, which is obviously the sun in relation, pardon me, to this monument. So it's the same thing even with the ancient pyramids as well, even from a specific angle, or the angle behind the Sphinx, you actually get the setting of the sun coming down on the summer solstice between these two mighty pyramids. And interesting, that's the same time that the sun is between the constellation of Gemini, which is really two individuals standing together, a man and a woman, the constellation of Gemini. So it's all related, even in the heavens, even on the earth. So all of that, that is how we even on our meditation highlighting Greencastle Hill. Even when you study this science, the ancient Greencastle Hill, for those of you who are in Antigua, understanding that this is a megalithic site, a sacred ground, as it's known in astroarchaeology, a sacred ground it's called, is more so a sacred ground than the others. If even from here you see something similar to the Great Pyramids in Kemet, but you're not getting the fullness here, as this is just a poster. But anyway, I must say this was not even programmed directly for such, but we have a program upcoming where we will be highlighting the mystics of Greencastle Hill. In fact, we'll be touching a bit of that on our lecture on Monday, dealing with Rastafari and the pyramids. But of course, I got to highlight again that the summer solstice is definitely at hand, and that is from Thursday, the 17th, to the 20th of June, which is the Sunday. This is celebration of the summer solstice right here in Anu, also known as Wadadli. Yeah, that's another program. Very soon we're going to deal with that to give you a refreshment of exactly what is taking place in the megaliths or amongst the megaliths here in the islands of the Caribbean. But it's a whole virtual event, eh? Remember, you could just contact me, precise@27@gmail.com, precise@27@gmail.com, pardon me, to get more information on the summer solstice, the upcoming fall equinox, even the winter solstice. So many things that we have planned. This time around, we will be having the Honorable Paddy Simon with us. He is our griot. Antigua has a griot to it, and he will be on the evening hike with us. That will be the Sunday itself. He will be on that hike, and he will be giving you a mighty lecture on exactly the historical aspects of Greencastle Hill, the historical aspects of the rocks that are around. Is going to be marvelous, I'm telling you. For those who were not here with us for the spring equinox, make sure you come on board for the summer solstice. So yes, my family, basically, as I said, the Great Pyramid of Giza, looking forward to a proper presentation on Monday. That is the 31st. And of course, that is just leading us into our next lecture, which will be the mystery of the ark. not just the Ark of the Covenant now. Again, as I said, Anpu has his Ark. And the Tutankhamun has the Ark. In fact, if we are to judge dimensions, the sarcophagus of Khufu, as it's called, in the same Great Pyramid, is the same dimensions as the Ark of the Covenant. In fact, we can go more and speak of the dimensions of the emperor himself, Haile Selassie I. But again, as I said, we have the lecture on the 31st, so we can break these things down properly. We have this presentation here on the 2nd of June. Remember, this is an online lecture now. This will not be on the Facebook. This will be online. This is our online webinar, really. That's what it is, a webinar lecture as such. The mystery of the Ark, again, we'll be breaking it down to a T as it relates to the subject area, something that I know you will full joy. So as you know, you could register by just contacting us for more information, precise27@gmail.com. Payments can be made using the Cash App at Anra 27@23 and of course 2723. And of course, I have to encourage when you do that, still contact us, because just for verification as well on that level, as sometimes the email that you may use, you may be a first time coming in, and of course it is through the email that we will give you your key. That will be your key to get into the lecture. All right. Definitely African Liberation Day at hand, and we definitely looking forward to a presentation we'll be having with Brother Akoma Dread for African Liberation Day. All right. Give thanks. Holy Manuel I, Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Blessed Lord.